Dude.
That's super surprising to see a mage, and I really hope he's actually going to play it. And you got your file prepared. I got my file prepared.
Almost, I think. I'm not entirely. Am I? Yeah, I did. I did before we started. Of course.
So Timo is just gonna hit go button here. We're live and running, and it's Hunter versus Mage.
What? It's Hunter versus Hunter.
For me, it's Hunter versus Mage. Well, where's the problem now? Do you have the wrong file or do I have the wrong file?
I'm 99% sure you have the wrong file.
Well, then look at your enemy. You have the wrong file. That's good. We're just going for a rerun again.
See, that was the 1%.
So guys, you see here, that's the 15.
Oh, right.
That's what can happen if you trust in your co-host.
Oh, shit.
But it's okay.
Oh, shit.
He will just get fired tomorrow. No problem, actually.
People actually listen. Oh, man. Never mind.
Okay. We have a mage versus a hunter. I would say mage has a chance if he plays that stupid mid-range mage with mana worm, mirror image, frostbolt, something like that. That could turn out useful.
Yes.
But you're rooting for the hunter here?
No, I'm definitely rooting for the mage because it's like you barely see a mage.
You barely see a mage, and that's correct, since, well, mage isn't that stable to play it on a competitive level, in my opinion. But still, in a tournament, if you I would never pick it first. I would actually pick it second, if you know what you're playing against. So, you see your enemy played deck XYZ, like Shaman, and you're as a mage, your opinion is, I can beat Shaman super easy, and then you do it. Oh, that could work.
We see Amani Berserker, really nice 2-drop for a mage because he can just ping him and enrage him.
Absolutely, works well here. But Lothar already got his Leok. And what is TI.Theude going to do?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna ping himself and just trade. Yep, and that's what he does.
So he pinged it, he traded it, but how is Lothar gonna answer now? I mean, the board is empty. He can play almost everything now. So
he might even consider going for
Houndmaster, no value.
Houndmaster, no value.
Well, that's always possible. If you don't have any other options, you just go for a Houndmaster, no value. Never a bad decision.
Or would you rather go for Steady Shot, keep your Houndmaster for next turn?
Rather go for Steady. Well, but if you go for Steady Shot, you should at least drop the Ironbeak Owl, like something, to maybe Houndmaster it up next turn.
It will get pinged, most likely.
But if he pings it, he wastes 2 mana and can only play something for 2 mana.
That's true.
So perks go on you for that. And we see already there's an Unleash for 3 mana, so this match is past patch, actually. There should be a time frame incoming sometime if Lothar thinks too long.
And he plays a Houndmaster for no value. Well, yes, still the 4/3 value, but no buff for a beast.
Exactly, and we see, well, rather a hand, I would say. You can use your Fireball now to kill that Houndmaster, but do you want to waste 6 damage where you could actually use a Frostbolt too?
No, you don't, but he doesn't have a Frostbolt.
Exactly, and you really don't want to leave it alive for even 1 turn. You want to avoid every point of damage possible, and that was just your 1 card where you actually can kill Stranglethorn Tiger with, where you can kill a whatever with.
Well, he still has sheep, so he got that going for him. And there comes the Frostbolt 1 round too late.
Well, with a Zuadrake 4/4 against 5/5, not bad at all. Big question is, what do we have here for Lothar now? He has an Deadly Shot. Easy life. Just Deadly Shot. Maybe even I wouldn't say Timberwolf, but I wanted to say Timberwolf. But he just dealt 7 damage this turn.
In before Thalnos, Frostbolt, Ping, kill. That's an easy one.
That's an easy one. For him it is. And both players trade really hard. They counter everything the enemy plays. The advantage for Lothar is he gets his damage off. He gets 2 damage every turn off, and he has his chargers. Now he could even, if he really wants to, he could play... Oh, he doesn't. But I was like saying he could play Buzzard, Unleash, Iron Beak Owl, draw 2 cards, silence Salnus, kill Salnus with one of his hounds. His Iron Beak Owl gets down, like gets pinged next turn, but then he still has his Buzzard get killed next turn, and then he still has his Iron Beak Owl to do 2 damage. One of the plays I had in my mind.
He decided against it, obviously.
Obviously.
He could play Ragnaros now.
Coin Ragnaros, I mean, against a Hunter, it's always awesome to get out your Ragnaros. It's 8 damage every turn. Well, he has to get it dead first before he can start killing you.
Yeah, he needs to play, an Unleash or Hunter's Mark with Boar. Else there's no way for him to kill you. Well, he has the kill shot, the deadly shot, but he already used one.
Well, we see 2 Unleash and 100. Well,
wow.
That's ridiculous. I'm just saying it. Lothar, that's ridiculous. Your draw is quite awesome. Getting just what he needs in time when he needs it. Can just Hunter's Mark here. And I would actually play my Iron Beak Owl to just prevent that card draw from Salnus.
Really?
Well, he's on 6. Actually, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just after I reconsidered everything. And you're right. There is no need to diminish his card draw. He has already a lot of options in his hand. And he can even draw more cards with an Arcane Intellect.
And he has quite a bit of card draw. As the second Azure Drake we see, he has an Arcane Intellect and he played a Salnos. So tons and tons of cards he wants to get through his deck.
But all those cards don't help you if you just get steady shotted by a Hunter every turn. I mean, he's down to 21, you're down to 19. Have a Fireball in your hand, maybe an Alexstrasza to bring him down. But before you bring him down with an Alexstrasza, you're actually running into trouble getting killed by that Hunter.
That's true. Definitely not the easiest matchup. He has to get rid of the Buzzard. That's no-brainer. But what else is he gonna do? Is he going for the Earthen Ring Farseer, heal himself up? And then a Sun Fury, like give him Taunt? Or does he opt to go for Azure Drake, draw another card, and then ping the Buzzard? And it seems like he goes for the Azure Drake play.
I don't see a reason why he went for the Azure Drake. Like, he doesn't need more cards, he needs to stabilize the board. So I would have gone for Earthen Ring, Sun Fury, ping. 2 minions out, 1 taunted up. Seems to be okay, and both minions, one with a ping, one without a ping, could have killed the Crocolisk. So, could have been the better play, but he might have a secret plan we do not know of. Lothar can do quite some damage now. He could play that Stone Tusk Boar if he wants to. He could drop a Timberwolf. That would be 5 damage. With what? Yeah, that's 5 damage, 7 damage. So he could, with 2 cards, he could deal 7 damage. If he adds another Timberwolf, he can deal 9 damage, and if he adds an Unleash, he can deal 11 damage.
I don't expect him to unleash.
No, I really don't see that coming too. I'm just counting his options. 11 damage would be possible. He hasn't played 1 kill command by now, so there's still 10 damage roaming around. And their first time is the time limit coming, the new after patch, and it's pretty good to see. Well, Lothar, you need to think fast now, or you're getting into trouble.
Explosive trap.
2 more damage he gets off here. 3-5 Kodo, always a good threat to put out.
I think it was kind of risky to go for the Kodo and explosive shot without trading the Crocolisk, because with the +1 spell damage, he gets in danger of getting Flame Striked. If the mage plays a Flame Strike. Obviously, most mages, at least the ones I saw in ladder, prefer like Blizzard. because it also gives you board control, or just literally freezes the board. And yeah, but still, there is the option of a Flame Strike.
One Flame Strike, one Blizzard is often seen in those mid-rangey. Well, I don't want to call it mid-rangey. It's more trying to get into late game, nuking your enemy with Alexstrasza. But yes, Blizzard Flame Strike can be possible and is useful. Even a Blizzard is useful now. I mean, at 3 damage to everyone, stuff gets frozen. You can still taunt up your minion. Next turn, you can trade the Kodo. So it looks not bad for the Ute here. He's still alive, and you cannot and should never forget the option of Alexstraszaing himself to gain ground again after you dropped extremely low.
And he plays the Earthen Ring Farseer, doesn't want to take the risk of Unleash the Hound, double kill command, steady shot.
Let's count. Unleash, 2 minions, double Stone Tusk Boar, 4 minions, double Timberwolf.
14 damage.
That's quite a buttload of damage with 2 Timberwolves you can
14
deal.
damage.
So he would be dead next turn to steady shot.
Well, without that Alexstrasza.
Without the Alexstrasza, and that's what I said. The Ute still has chances to actually come back after such a...
Oh, never. Wait. Nope, I think it's over.
That was well played here. Getting a bonus
silence.
damage off. You forgot silence even on your own minion. You have to see that play. It's 5, 8, 11 damage with a Stone Tusk Boar. It would be 14. With your hero ability, it's 16. Really well played here by Lothar, seeing all his options. Good first game for him against the Ute. It was the first game pick. Let's find it out by just dropping right into the game here.
And it's Hunter. Hunter versus Hunter.
Well, and from the cards, I cannot tell by now. Lothar, obviously Sunshine, but we do not know if the Ute is Sunshine 2 or going full face. I mean, Flare, Kill Command, Iron Beak Owl, Animal Companion.
Yeah, it's all in both.
That's both at the moment, until he mulligans.
Yep. And that looks like Sunshine.
Sunshine versus Sunshine. Who's gonna pull off the win? The one that gets off his Hyena first. And I wouldn't advise you to play your Flare, sir. I would go Timberwolf control.
Oh, and it's actually a Sunshine Hunter with Freezing Trap.
Are we going to say it's an interesting version again, as we said before for Arenas Hunter, if we're sure from week 1, where we had a mix-up. It's
and explosive. He has quite a few traps. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Eagle Hombo.
The newer versions of the Sunshine Hunter actually play 2 traps or 3 traps plus an Eagle Horn Bow to get a bit more control into the game. And, well, Lothar plays at least 1 trap too, so he knows how to handle this.
But he has no way to get rid of Misha right now. And I expect him to just steady shot, finish.
Yeah, he's going to take 4 damage now. That's annoying.
At least.
But I told him, should have gone Timberwolf control early game on, and could now kill command the Misha, if he did it.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's not only interesting, that's extremely helpful for the Ute here. Now he will drop down 1 or 2 traps, or just his Hyena. But he can at least think about dropping down traps since, well, Flare's gone. Most of the times only 1 Flare in Sunshine Hunter, sometimes 2 times. Yeah, and he deals 6 damage.
He decides to opt against the Freezing Trap and force a steady shot because obviously Hunter versus Hunter is always a damage race. But for example, if he goes for Unleash Hunter's Mark or Boar Hunter's Mark, a Boar Hunter's Mark he could still play, but still risky. But turns out to be the right decision because the Misha gets deadly shotted.
And there's a tracking for the Ute coming now. He could go for tracking or just Hyena steady shot. I would vote here for maybe Hyena Deadly Shot, Steady Shot, because next turn he can just go tracking, get a boar, for example, go boar, Hunter's Mark, and whatever is there, and get his Hyena instantly on 4-3.
Yep. Looks like that is what he's going to do. Drops down the hyena. Nope. Considering.
Still thinking about it. Hovering over it. So, what is it going to be? Hyena, Hunter's Mark. It is.
Steady shot.
Why am I saying Hunter's Mark? It makes no sense. Why should he Hunter's Mark his own minion?
It's a Scarlet Crusader, dude.
Yeah, the good old Scarlet Crusader. You mean the Scarlet Commander.
There's a commander.
Yeah, you did say it right this time.
Nice.
Lothar, but still Lothar has a lot of options in his hand. He can go Unleash Timberwolf. Well, that would be overreacty, but he could just go Crocolisk, Steady Shot. It looks not bad for either of them. Nice Hunter's, nice explosive trap here. If he attacks with his hyena,
Flare.
that's just gone.
Ah, it's flare.
Yeah, it's gonna be flare, but still, I'm just saying.
Ooh. He has to flare, but he wants to play the eagle on bow. But if he plays both of it, he cannot steady shot. So that's the dilemma he's in.
Great dilemma. He could also play the Eaglehorn bow next turn and now drop just a freezing trap or explosive trap for next turn to get value off his bow when he plays it together with a trap. So that's possible. But you really want to get rid of that trap, even if you miss one steady shot. I would say still okay, the move. Your enemy is down to 22. You just want to tempo up here.
Boom. Explosive trap gone, and he goes for tracking, which makes sense.
And he gets Stone Tusk Boar,
Oh, that's a
Unleash, or
tough
Tundra. I guess Unleash. If you don't have an Unleash in your hand, you should pick it. I'm not telling you any secrets here. If you don't have it in your hand, you should pick it since it's super useful. Is he going to kill command that hyena? Just drop his Crocolisk? I guess he really wants to get a Stone Tusk Boar. He could just boar Timberwolf to kill the hyena. Super useful.
Oh, he used kill command. That hurts.
Well, as you said before, you kind of want to go sure that it not gets out of control. Animal Companion, get a Huffer, go for
Crazy
9
amounts of
damage
dash.
maybe. Yeah, there's a kill command in his hand. He could not only go for
I would even
9.
go for 12 damage.
I would go
Oh,
for
nice.
Timberwolf passive if I'm...
Really? You would have played Timberwolf now?
Yeah, maybe Timberwolf passive, hero ability. Not sure. I mean, I'm counting. That would have been 5, 8, 10 damage if he's not playing the trap. I would bring your enemy quite far down to finish him off with what you have in your hand roaming around. And still the explosive trap. So
No, he goes for the play.
yeah, there is Timberwolf incoming, with that... Oh.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I was like, did he forget... Did he just forget to play the Timberwolf, or was it wanted?
No, that was intentional.
So the enemy is down to 13. You can deal 5, 10 damage now if you want. Leroy Unleash Timberwolf is how much damage, Kai? 12 if I'm correct? Leroy Unleash Timberwolf. He can't. Ha! I was like, he has 8 mana. No, he hasn't, since...
He has 12 damage on the board.
So now you see the pre-patch danger. You cannot play turn 7.
That
Leroy.
would have been GG pre-patch.
Yeah. And now, past patch, it's just 7. Well, it's
12.
It's just 9 damage with the wolves, with the hounds, and Leroy plus bow 12 damage. You still win in the end, but that's just 12 damage.
Indeed. Would you go for the 12 damage now?
I mean, he doesn't have to. He can also just go explosive trap, ping, attack, and next turn win with the kill command. There is really no need for roll out the Leroy since you're anyways going to win. with Explosive Trap, attack, and passive, you just deal 5 damage. He goes down to 8. Then Explosive Trap triggers. He goes down to 6. Kill command, passive, GG. So that's just... Yeah. I don't see TI.Theude here losing. I guess Lothar will receive his package and will actually go down here for the 1-1.
Yep, no minions on the board. Explosive Trap. It's over. It's just no way.
It's sometimes sad to see. I mean, Lothar might think, I can survive somehow if I play this, this, and this perfectly. And then you clear the whole board and you're like, woo, 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 I can survive. And your enemy just destroys your next turn. And we actually see that TI.Theude can destroy Lothar next turn. So, well, GG, well played, sir. But this is going to be the 1-1. And then you have to pick your priest, Lothar, because we want to see it. Even if this is recorded, I'm just telling you, bro. I hope you picked it.
Telling him now. Pick it.
Leroy, passive, GG.
Leroy Jenkins. Yep. That makes it 1-1.
Well played here from TI.Theude. So, I would say start the game here, and we see what Lothar did.
It's a priest. Priest hype.
Finally, we see a priest, and we see a priest with 2 Sentry Protectors early on. It seems to be quite good. Well, he keeps everything. That's a nice hand for him. He has massive, massive amounts of taunt.
And we see TI.Theude is just keeping the flare to immediately throw it turn 1 and get rid of it.
But cards...
Oh, damn. What? Is everything fine?
Yeah, everything is fine. So Lothar plays his Sunfear Protector. And how is TI.Theude going to answer this? Now you cannot stop your file. You shouldn't. I should stop my file, and we're just waiting for yours to catch up.
Okay, that's how we're gonna do it.
Yep, exactly. So you got a hyena. What are you going to do with it?
He's not gonna play it.
Nah, he's just gonna ping here. End his turn. And then we see the priest. And I would give a slight advantage here to the priest, in my opinion. He can heal himself up every turn. He can go extreme beast mode. And the hunter, he can damage, but his passive is kind of useless. And he's taking damage and damage over the time a lot, actually.
This is a tough choice as well. I think it's between Ironbeak Owl and Timberwolf. I think I personally would have went for the Owl.
You personally went for the Owl? Well, it's helpful.
Against the priest.
It's helpful since there will be taunt ups incoming and you kind of want to silence them away. Well, the priest brought him down to 23 and he's still up to 30. I would say it looks good for Lothar's priest here.
Yep. I guess he's gonna equip the weapon and kill one of the minions now because it's the only real thing he can do. Or he plays Timberwolf, Coin, Houndmaster. But I would rather expect him to just go for the bow, kill a minion, and then next turn go for Scavenging, Hyena, Coin, Houndmaster to buff it up.
Absolutely. The super nice thing about the Eaglehorn bow is you can just kill 2 targets with it, and that's why you play it. People tried to play multi-shot in Sunshine Hunter. I saw early versions of this, but then the change was put that multi-shot out and get an Eaglehorn bow. It's a multi-shot too. You just can, well, you can just aim your multi-shot, and you can actually buff it if you play 1 or 2 traps. So in the end, Eaglehorn bow proves to be a bit more useful than the multi-shot.
Yeah, and also, like, the Eaglehorn bow passive also triggers on opponent's secret. For example, if you play against Mage or Full Face Hunter or Paladin, whatsoever, you still get the durability when those secrets get activated.
Injured Blade Master is a big threat here. Lothar just plays a 4-5 minion, which he can buff up to a 4-7 minion if he heals it completely. With his Circle of Healing, you have it instantly. Looks good for Lothar here. He's bringing his enemy down further and further. I mean, 18 life Hunter, 30 HP Priest. I would feel rather good.
Yep, most definitely. And he's like, the biggest problem for him was the Sunfury Protector that came early, because he couldn't play his hyenas. There was no way, and he had no minions and no means to buff it up to get it buffed. Like if he had a boar together with a hyena, that would have worked. But that way we still see the Sunfury Protector is still on the board, and yeah, is really quite annoying.
It looks good for the Oud now, with that big Savannah Highmane out. But as we know, Lothar has a Shadow Word Death, can just, well, vaporize that 6-4 minion and kill one of the small ones. That's not bad for him. He
Would
can,
you,
yeah?
excuse me, would you kill the small ones or just taunt your 4-5 up and go for the face? I mean, he knows there is the risk of the hyenas, and it would definitely be the safer play to kill the hyenas, the small ones. But would it be an option for you, since the hunter can't heal himself up?
I would absolutely kill those small hyenas, since if your enemy really goes Hunter's Mark Boar, for example, you just lose your 4-5 minion without any impact. So now you had an impact, you killed a minion, he might still do it. So we know he has a boar in his hand, we know he could play boar, Houndmaster, whatever. But if he does it now, you still kill the minion with it, you will kill another minion with it. I see the advantage here of keeping the board shut, keeping the board clear. I mean, as you said, there's not only one hyena as an hand, there's two hyenas. So he could have just ran in both of his minions left over by the Highmane, get both of them buffed up, and one Shadow Word Death can kill one, but you cannot kill both.
That's true.
That would be super hilarious.
I think he's gonna play one hyena, the boar, and the Timberwolf, because then he can trade the boar and the Timberwolf.
I would say that's legit here.
And not the boar and Timberwolf, of course, the boar and the hyena.
But he kind of didn't wait for his cards. Maybe it would have been smarter to wait for your cards and get a Hunter's Mark,
Well,
for example.
He ran out of time.
He ran out of time, and that's super nice to see. This is past patch, and there's a time limit now in friendly games, and you can actually run out of time. Good job here from the Blizzard developers. We have to hype it up, I have to say, since it gets those games even more interesting. We saw already so many players struggling to make their turns in time. Pretty good Sword Steal here. He can not only Shadow Word Death the hyena, he can also play Stone Tusk Boar to kill a buzzard.
That value.
I guess he's struggling with playing the Stone Tusk Boar. He wants to steal the enemy's buzzard, with his Cable Shadow Priest, and then play the boar. I would give him a card draw, but he doesn't need a card draw. He still has cool cards in his hand.
There comes the Tundra Rhino. And I would expect Animal Companion Houndmaster now.
That would be extremely annoying if he gets off his Tundra Rhino. You would like to take it with a Cable Shadow Priest, but you cannot, since the Timberwolf gives it +1 attack, and it's on 3, not on 2. That's super annoying.
Let's see. Is he going for the Animal Companion Houndmaster? Because I think that's the most obvious play. I could be wrong. He could also go for Scavenging Hyena and buff that one up. But in general, you want to try to get them to at least 4 HP or above now. Because you know both Shadow Word Death are gone.
I would say absolutely Houndmaster something, since you saw both Shadow Word Deaths are gone, and if you buff something up to 5 HP, you don't care, because you cannot Shadow Word Death it, and that's
5 damage, you mean, not HP.
5 damage, 5 attack. You cannot Shadow Word Death it, and well, That's good for you. I mean, you can create some super awesome Leok here. And did you see the Ute? He was thinking about his play, and then he saw that the time limit popping up and kind of reacted instantly.
Yeah, I think it's the right choice to go for the Leok. Because as we already said, the Shadow of Death are gone. There are not that many options left. And yeah, now Lothar is kind of in trouble, in my opinion. He's running out of option. I mean, he has a bazillion taunts, but as we know, if you have taunt, you miss out on other stats like damage and HP.
And not only that, you play from behind if you go for the taunts. I mean, yes, you place them. Yes, they are a threat, but a threat your enemy can deal with in his turn, can make his play, and you can just hope that he's not having anything to make it happen what he wants to make happen. Good thing Cable Shadow Priest can steal that Timberwolf now, so you at least rob some damage from him, and you can also just drop down a Northshire Cleric if you like, for example.
Yeah, or you go for the taunt. I think I would prefer the Sunfury Protector here.
Whatever he does, it looks extremely good for the Ute here. Now, I mean, he gets a Timberwolf, he has Unleash the Hound and the next Hyena plus a Leok. So Leok Timberwolf would create some really amazing minions.
Wait, you could also Leroy.
Yeah, but Leroy and Unleash, that would be too much already.
Really? Why? That would be 5-3-1 Hyenas.
Yeah, but you cannot get 5. There are already 3 minions on the board. You couldn't get so many on the board. You can't. 8 minions not possible. And Timberwolf you couldn't put down.
You could use the first one to sacrifice. Just let him run into the.
Yeah, sure. You could, but it's still. I would say it's just too much to put down. Unnecessary. You can still play Leroy on the other turn to close the deal. Better.
Okay.
But the good thing, if he plays Timberwolf, he can actually run his Leok into that Cable Shadow Priest because it will have 5 attack. Okay, and Timberwolf incoming? Or Kill Command on.
Oh, wow.
That's quite a lot of damage and a lot of HP his Hyena gets. I mean, that's a 9-5 Hyena followed up by a Timberwolf. So if he puts down the Timberwolf next turn.
Calling GG now.
You're calling GG now. I would, well.
You would agree.
I would agree. Well, two test dingoes can buy you a turn, I would say.
Yes.
Number 1 test dingo, number 2 test dingo.
Oh, can they? Yeah, they should be able to.
It buys your turn. You still, I mean, you still have 11, 12 damage. You still have 18 damage. I just count 18 damage. Sadly, not enough. Oh, I count enough.
You did?
Yeah, if you play Timberwolf, one of your minion dies, and you get +1 attack from the Timberwolf. You get +2 from the dead minion. So it's
which minion dies?
The 5/3 will die.
Well, that's not a beast.
Oh, that's not a beast. So I'm still at 10. Well, but then it's still 8. Then it's still 18. Still not enough. But with passive, with passive it's 18. So I got 18 in my brain with passive.
Wait. We have.
If he gets a Huffer from his animal companion, that's enough. A Huffer or a Leok.
True. 66% chance to win.
Well, he can still play Tundra Rhino to charge it up, actually. So still some more damage possible. Well, in the end he will win anyway, so that's no surprise. That's 16 damage incoming. Your enemy is down.
No, it's over.
Ah, yeah, I forgot he can attack himself. I was like, Kai, it's getting late. We're casting.